Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. So in this video we are going to learn how to create Pinterest pin from WordPress post. So in this case I want whenever a new post is published on my WordPress account, automatically a shorter description for that post should be generated using OpenAI. And then I want using that description a new pin should be created in my Pinterest account. So to automate this process we will use an automation software named as Pabbly Connect, in which we need to connect a trigger and an action. So in this process our trigger application will be WordPress and action applications will be OpenAI and Pinterest. So to learn this process step by step, let me take you to my screen. Welcome to my screen. So in this video we are going to learn how to create your Pinterest pin from WordPress post. So in this case I want whenever a new post is posted on my WordPress account, automatically that post should be posted in my Pinterest account as a pin. So to automate this process, we will use an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. This is the homepage of Pabbly Connect. You can visit this page by simply browsing for the URL pabbly.com/connect. Here you can see two options that are sign in and sign up free. If you're a new user, click on sign up free and get 300 tasks every month to explore the software. And if you're an existing user, click on sign in. Here I'm an existing user, so I'm clicking on sign in. After signing in, you can see all Pabbly apps window where you can see all the applications of Pabbly. Here to integrate my applications, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. This is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here you can see a create workflow button on the top right corner. Here to create a new workflow, I'm going to click on this button. Now here in this create workflow dialog box, we have to give a name to our workflow. So here I'm going to give the name as Create Pinterest Pin from WordPress post. And now I'm going to select my folder as Automations. You can select your folder as per your need. Also, you can create multiple folders to save your workflows accordingly. And now to create a new workflow, I'm going to click on this Create button. Now here in this workflow window, you can see we have successfully created a workflow with the name Create Pinterest Pin from WordPress post. And here you can see two most important principles of an automation process, that are trigger and action. Where trigger says when this happens and action says do this. That means action is a response towards a trigger. Your automation can have a single trigger but multiple action steps. Now let's begin with our automation by simply setting up a trigger. So here I'm going to select my trigger application as WordPress and my trigger event as new post published. And here you can see we have received a webhook URL. That means we will use this webhook URL to connect our WordPress account with Pabbly Connect. So here, following the instructions given below, here I've already logged in my WordPress account. And from here I'm going to click on this plugins. And under plugins I'm going to select add new plugin. Now under this add plugins, you have to search for the plugin named as WPP webhook. And here you can see WP webhooks. So you have to install this in your PC. So here as it is already installed in my PC, so I'm moving back. Now after installing this plugin in your PC, you have to follow the same steps. After installing this plugin successfully, you have to go to the settings, and under setting you will receive an option for WP webhooks. So you have to click here. And now under WP webhooks, you have to click on this send data. And here under send data, you have to select a trigger event on which this workflow will run. So here for the trigger event, we are going to select post created. And after selecting the trigger event, here you can see all the existing webhooks you have created previously. So after selecting the trigger event, you have to click on this add webhook URL. And here you have to give a name to a webhook. So here I'm going to give the name as Pinterest Pin. And after giving the name, here it is asking for webhook URL. And for that, let me take you back to Pabbly window. And from here, I'm going to copy this webhook URL. Moving back, here I'm going to add this webhook URL. Now after adding all the details, here I'm going to click on this add for post create. And here you can see we have successfully set up the webhook with the name Pinterest Pin. So now after setting up the webhook URL, you have to go to the newly created webhook, and from here you have to click on this three dots, and from here you have to click on the settings. Now under settings, you have to select a trigger event, that is post. And from here you have to select published. So now after selecting both the settings, moving forward, and here you have to scroll down and click on the save settings. And here you can see the settings are saved. So now you have to go back. And now after successful setup, let's move back to Pabbly window. And here you can see as it is waiting for webhook response. So here to receive a webhook response, we need to do a test submission. And to do a test submission, we need to create a WordPress post. So for that, taking you back to WordPress account. And from here you have to click on this new, and from here you have to select post. And here for adding the new post, you have to give a title to your post. So here for this post, my title would be What is Earth Day? Moving forward, after adding the title, we have to post a description for our post. So here I'm going to add my description. So here I've added a description for my post. And now I have to add an image with my post. So for that, I'm going to scroll down. And here you can see in the right side corner, we have received option for featured image. So here I'm going to click on this set featured image. And here under media library, you can see all the uploaded files. But for this post, I'm going to add a new file. And for that, I'm going to click on this upload files. And from here, I'm going to click on this select files. So here I've already downloaded an image in my PC. So here I'm going to select that. And after getting the image uploaded, here I'm going to click on this set featured image. And here you can see we have successfully added the image. So moving upwards. And after adding all the details, that means the title, the post description and the image, we are going to click on this publish. And here you can see the status is published. That means our post is successfully published. So now let's go back to our Pabbly window. And here you can see we have received a successful response. And in the response, we have received so many details that is a post thumbnail that we will use in our Pinterest action step to add the image. Moving forward, here we have received other details such as post title, post status. Also, we have received the post content and other details. So with this, we have successfully set up our trigger. Now let's move to action step. And here I'm going to select my action application as Pinterest. And my action event as create a pin. And now to connect my Pinterest account with Pabbly Connect, here I'm going to click on this connect. Here to build a new connection, I'm going to select add new connection. If your Pinterest account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. And now here to build a new connection, I'm going to click on this connect with Pinterest. So as I have already logged in my Pinterest account, so I'm simply going to click on this give access as your data is secured with Pabbly. Authorization successful. So now we are successfully connected. So moving forward, and now here it is asking for board. So here for the board, let me take you back to my Pinterest account. And from here, I'm going to click on my profile. And here you can see all the boards which I have created for my use. So in this case, I'm going to use my board which is named as new board. So moving back to Pabbly window. And here I'm going to select my board as new board. Moving forward, here for the board section ID, you can add the board section ID if you have that ID. But if you don't have this board section ID, then you have to simply activate this map button and leave it blank. Moving forward, and now here it is asking for image URL. So as I have already told you that for the image URL, we are going to add the URL which we have received in our trigger response as a post thumbnail. So here instead of entering the URL manually, here I will map the data. Mapping data means insert data from previous step. That means here we will map the data from the response we have received in our WordPress. Mapping makes a text dynamic so that whenever a new post is uploaded, automatically this previously existing details will be updated with the new one. So here for the image URL, I'm going to map the post thumbnail that we have received. So here instead of scrolling so much down, I'm going to search for the post thumbnail. So here I'm going to map the thumbnail. Moving forward, and now here it is asking for title. So here for the post title, I'm going to search for the post title. So this was my post title. I'm going to map it. Moving forward, and now here it is asking for description. So here before mapping the description, in the instruction it says enter the pin's description. Here the maximum characters limit is 500. So here for the description we have got a limit, that is maximum characters limit is 500. So here we cannot map our WordPress post caption as the caption was above 500 characters. So in this case what we are going to do, that we are going to generate a new description summary for the same post by using OpenAI. So for that, you have to click on this plus button. And here we are going to add another action step. And for this, I'm going to select my action application as OpenAI. And now I'm going to select my action event as ChatGPT. And now to connect my OpenAI with Pabbly Connect, here I'm going to click on this connect. And again here to build a new connection, I'm going to select add new connection. If your OpenAI account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. And now here to build a new connection, it is asking for token. So here in instruction it says OpenAI uses API keys for authentication. Kindly visit your Open API keys page to get the API key that you need to enter here. So for that I'm going to click on this OpenAI API keys page. And here it has brought me to project API keys window. So from here I'm going to click on this create new secret key. And here I'm going to give a name to my key, that is Pinterest post. And now I'm going to click on this create secret key. And here you can see we have successfully created a API key. So here I'm going to copy this. Moving back to Pabbly window. Here I'm going to paste the API key. So now after entering the API key, here I'm going to click on this save. And here you can see we are now successfully connected. So moving forward, and now here it is asking me to select the AI model. So in this case, we are going to use the most latest version, that is GPT-4o. Moving forward, and now here it is asking for prompt. So here for the prompt, I want that the description of the post that I have posted on my WordPress account should get modified with the less than 500 characters. So for that, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to enter a prompt here. That would be, I'm sharing the content of a blog I posted on WordPress. Create a description for the Pinterest post of this blog within 500 characters. And now after entering this text, I'm going to map the description we have received in our WordPress response. So from here, I'm going to search for the content. Here I'm going to map this content. And now after entering the prompt successfully, here I'm going to click on the save and send test request. And here you can see we have successfully received a response where we have received new message content that is within 500 characters. So with this, we have successfully set up this action step. So now moving back to our Pinterest action step. Here for the description, I'm going to map the new description that we have received as a response in our OpenAI. So for that, I'm going to map the description from the OpenAI. Here I'm going to select the message content. And now after mapping this description, moving forward, and here it is asking for all text and image link. So as it is not a required field, so here I'm going to leave it blank. But if you want to add any other detail, then you can do it as per your need. And now after entering all the required details, I'm going to click on save and send test request. And here you can see we have received a successful response. So now let's go and check our Pinterest account. Here I'm going to refresh this window. And here I'm going to click on this new post pin. And here you can see we have successfully created a new pin post with the title What is Earth Day and a post description and the same image which we uploaded in our WordPress post. So with this, we have successfully set up our automation. Now let's test our automation to check whether it is working or not. So to test our automation, we need to add a new post in our WordPress account. And for that, let me take you back to my WordPress account. So here I'm going to click on this new again, and from here I'm going to select post. Now here to add the new post, I'm going to add a new title that would be what is automation. And now I'm going to add a description for my post. So here I've added a description, moving down. And now I'm going to add an image by clicking on this set featured image. Again here I'm going to upload a new file, select files, and this is the image I want to upload. And here you can see we have successfully attached the image, and now I'm going to click on this set featured image. And here you can see we have successfully uploaded the image. So moving forward, and now I'm going to publish this post as I have successfully added all the details that are title, description and the image. So now I'm going to publish this post by simply clicking on this publish button. And here you can see the status has been changed to published. So now let's go and check our Pinterest account. Here I'm going to refresh this window. And from here, I'm going to click on this new board again. And here you can see we have successfully created a new pin post with the title as what is automation, a short summary of the post, and also the attached image. So with this, we have successfully tested our automation. Now let me summarize this whole video for you. So here we have taken a trigger as WordPress and an action as OpenAI and Pinterest, so that whenever a new post is published in our WordPress account, automatically a less than 500 characters of a summary would be generated using OpenAI, and then it will be posted as a pin post in our Pinterest account. If you want to use the same workflow, then you can find the clone link in the description box below. I hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching.
Not only these applications, you can integrate many other applications with Pabbly Connect. If you have any doubt, you can contact us on support@pabbly.com. If you have any query, you can contact us on forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, then you can contact us on www.pabbly.com. If you liked the video, please subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends.